Welcome to my channel, Pixie Dreams Tales, where every story brings a little magic, a little wisdom, and a lot of fun. Today's story is called The Honest Woodcutter, a beautiful tale that teaches us one very important lesson. Honesty is the best policy. So, sit back, relax, and let's begin our magical journey. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village by the riverside, there lived a poor woodcutter named Rahim. He worked hard every day, cutting trees in the forest to earn just enough money to buy food for himself and his family. Rahim was kind, hardworking, and most importantly, honest. One bright morning, Rahim went into the forest with his old axe. He walked far until he reached a river. There, he saw a tall tree standing near the riverbank. He decided to chop it down. But as he raised his axe to strike, his foot slipped on the wet ground and splash. His axe fell into the deep, rushing river. Rahim was heartbroken. "Oh no!" he cried. "That was my only axe. Without it, how will I feed my family?" He sat by the river, feeling helpless. As he prayed for help, something magical happened. The river began to sparkle, and from the water rose a beautiful water fairy. The fairy asked, "Why are you so sad, kind woodcutter?" Rahim replied, "O kind fairy, my only axe has fallen into the river. Without it, I can't work or earn my living." The fairy smiled gently. "Don't worry, honest man. I will help you." She disappeared into the water, and when she returned, she held a shining golden axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked. Rahim looked at it, amazed by its beauty, but he said firmly, "No, kind fairy, that's not mine. My axe was old and made of iron, not gold." The fairy smiled again and went back into the water. This time, she returned with a silver axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked again. Rahim shook his head. "No, that's not mine either." Finally, the fairy disappeared one last time and came back holding an old, rusty iron axe. Rahim's eyes lit up. "Yes, that's my axe. Thank you, fairy." The fairy was very pleased with Rahim's honesty. She said kindly, "You are a good and honest man. I am proud of you. As a reward, you may keep all 3 axes, the golden, the silver, and your old iron one." Rahim couldn't believe his eyes. He thanked the fairy again and again and returned home with joy in his heart. From that day on, he continued to work hard, but now he lived a happy and comfortable life, all because he had been honest. One day, another woodcutter from the same village heard Rahim's story. He thought, "If I drop my axe in the river, maybe the fairy will give me gold and silver too." So, the greedy man went to the same river, pretended to drop his axe, and cried loudly, "Oh no! My axe has fallen in." The fairy appeared once again. She showed him a golden axe and asked, "Is this your axe?" The greedy man quickly said, "Yes. Yes, that's mine." The fairy frowned. "You are lying," she said. "You don't deserve even your old axe." And with a wave of her hand, she disappeared, taking all the axes with her. The greedy man was left with nothing. When Rahim heard what happened, he smiled and said, "See, honesty is always rewarded, and greed only leads to loss." From that day, everyone in the village learned a valuable lesson that being truthful and honest is the best path in life. Thank you for watching this beautiful story, The Honest Woodcutter. If you liked this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pixie Dreams Tales for more magical stories full of wisdom and fun. Because every tale from Pixie Dreams brings a sparkle to your heart.